again, this is Michelle from MichaelaTV.com, and I am here with the director, Derek Velez Partridge.
Hello, how are you?
How are you today?
I'm good. We're at the stretch of it. We're at the last week. Well, about a year ago, I was looking for a low-budget film, and I sent out emails to a lot of writers that I knew, and I know what my themes are. And I told this one writer named Carlos Bermudez, who wrote the Miracle of Spanish Harlem. I said, what I'm looking for is a film that the road to heaven is oftentimes through hell, and that our worst moments of our character are really our best moments that enlighten us, give us an opportunity to grow. Right. And he sends me the Miracle of Spanish Harlem. And I read it on a Friday. I had him here by Monday, signed, sealed, and delivered. And I saw the movie all the way through. The name of my company is Vista Claret. So it was like, as soon as I saw the script, I saw the reread, I saw everything. What
was it about the story and the characters that really drew you to the production?
Well, I related to it, and I think a lot of people can relate to it. It's especially during this time of recession, we're all trying to do the right thing. We're trying to live up to our responsibilities. We're trying to be good people, and yet every corner we're hit with another wall. The bills just keep coming. The need for love to get us through it all is harder to find because we're bogged down by all the stresses of life. So and at the same time, the guy that Tito, the lead character, played by Luis Antonio Ramos brilliantly, all that stress is a sense of humor, a New York sense of personality and perseverance, which I relate to that.
How much of your personal life, culture, upbringing do you think you bring visually and creatively to your directing?
I bleed for my movies. Yeah, no, every character, of course, the actors would feel that they're them, and it is, and the writer feels every character is theirs, and I guess it is too, but, I mean, of course it is, but they're all me. Everything, the colors, the feeling, the music, the sound, the performances, and the direction that they go in, there is me bleeding up there.
So you feel a personal connection to not only the main characters, but to the entire story itself then?
To me, movies, I'm like a sociologist. I'm trying to study and understand people, and so you're watching self-therapy up there when I'm working. My movies are me asking questions and trying to figure out myself. That's what my movies are.
When you were casting for the lead role of Tito, what exactly were you looking for in the actors that you were looking at?
Well, I wanted Raul Julia, but he had passed away, so the next best thing was Luis Antonio Ramos, and so I saw The Ministers. I was invited to go see the premiere of Ministers, Frank Reyes' movie, and I no disrespect to anybody else in that movie because it was a well-performed movie, an executed movie, but it was Ramos' performance that I immediately saw Tito in. And
so with that, we're going to go ahead and talk with Luis Antonio Ramos next,
you're lucky,
playing the lead role of Tito, and we will see you in a couple minutes. Bye-bye, thanks. Hi guys, welcome back. It's Michelle again from MichaelaTV.com, and I am here on the set of Miracle of Spanish Harlem with the lead actor Luis Antonio Ramos playing the role of Tito. When you first received the script for this movie, how did it affect you and why did you say yes?
It affected me. It's a Puerto Rican guy bringing up two kids by himself, and you know, in Spanish Harlem, it's a New York story. And it's funny, I've always thought that that's the story not been told, the story of the man raising two children by himself.
How much of yourself do you usually put into your characters when you're playing a role like this?
Well, as an actor, your reference library is yourself, your soul, your spirit, the things that you've been through. And there are aspects of me that are definitely woven in through this character. There are other times when I have to call and talk to other men, which is what I've had to do about this. Talk to other men about what it is to be a father, what it is to always be on call, so to speak. Right. Because that's when you're a father, that's what you are. You are always on call. You are.
Well, what do you think has been the most difficult part of playing this role for you so far in the last couple of weeks?
The idea that this is a man that's on the verge of a nervous breakdown almost all the time, as most fathers would be in general, and a single father in particular. Because of what he's dealing with.
I know that most actors, when they're studying their characters, they don't like to judge or say whether they like or dislike the characters that they're playing. Do you like Tito?
I think it is kind of like, I've done the last 2 or 3 roles I've done are roles that are not necessarily at first glance sympathetic. What makes them sympathetic is weaving in the truth and being honest. Once you weave those things in there, it's difficult not to look at somebody who's telling the truth and not like them.
So what have been the best parts about playing this role so far?
Working with the actors that have come in, their willingness to lend themselves to this miracle. The challenge of weaving in. I've been a hired gun for many years, so I go in, do my thing, and kind of like I'm out. You know, I come in for 2 weeks on a film and I'm out, and so I go in and I assess what's going on. I think being number one on the call sheet has demanded different responsibilities for me. It's demanded that that I take in the whole picture, and that I'm conscious of crew and cast and the people that are coming in, and make them feel welcome, and set a tone on a day-to-day basis for what needs to be done. So I've done that in small increments over many years, and this is one of the first times that I'm responsible to not just myself and what I'm doing in terms of the character and the building of a character, but it's great pains to surround myself with actors that I've worked with, that I know, on the smaller roles and the other roles, like my mother, Priscilla Lopez, Tony Plana, who I've asked, I called, I said, Tony, you got to do this, man, I need you here. And Angel Ramirez, and smaller roles like Liz Larson, Tony Award-winning actress, is playing like a nurse, basically, you know, in this thing, a nondescript nurse, but she came. And so about 10, 12 of the characters that are people that I know, actors that I know that I've worked with, and they've provided great comfort. They're aware of my work, they're aware of what I've done over the many years, and then I'm able to be at peace. Adrian Martinez and I, who plays Ernie, I mean, we had to kind of like quickly bond, but there's commonality there because of we've watched each other for a long time. So quickly, within a relatively short period of time, we bonded and became very close. I mean, there's a brother-like relationship in this film, and you can't make that up. You know, that has to exist, because the emotional, spiritual, physical involvement of playing Tito has been intense. So I have to kind of like just get myself a little bit back to Luis for a little bit, and then once I get back there, then from there I can make decisions about what's next. Slowly but surely, it's kind of taking its own life. So it's good that you're here and documenting it. I appreciate it.
Okay, so we just finished up with Luis Antonio Ramos, and we're about to go into Kate Del Castillo's trailer and talk to her about the character that she plays. We'll see you in a couple minutes, and we'll be right back.